and talented basketball team, happy holidays. Glad to have you with us for Wildcats basketball. And again, standing start for him. Moteus, to say it properly, Krivas.
Coach Brian Peterson talked to him earlier today. Wanted to see his team fight and compete. Sometimes take a while to adjust to, but he's done a great job.
Yeah, he said more than anything, I've learned how to slow the game down in the last 6 months, more than I ever thought I could. As Jackson, I should say, rings that one. Now, Jaden Jackson's a shooter. Have to lean on his long-distance shooting and some presence inside. Pretty fearless there. Seiler with the forearm shiver. Up with it just inside the arc. The triple from Kalen Gary.
To his spot, up and over.
Koa didn't like it. It ends up in the hands of fellow freshman Burries. He likes what he sees, and wow, what a gorgeous touch.
Similarities in the way they want their teams to play.
It's interesting, Lloyd talking about before the game today as Koa banks that one home. He'll take the triple. Bradley downhill, physical, lowers the shoulder. There's a follow and a tip.
He didn't say if, he said when Arizona makes a run, I want to see my guys fight and respond.
Gary, long distance, equal looking touch that we just saw a moment ago from Burries. Love to spend some time throughout this first half, kind of cracking your head open on what you'd like to see them accomplish. Boy, strong and firm, and a chance to go to the line for Mo.
Second, he gets the ball this deep, there's no help, and then on the release, you can't actually get to the shot, but there's contact down low. That's the best job you can do with that type of zone. Is a very big, well-coached team.
The other thing that's a challenge in a good way for Tommy Lloyd is his depth. Into the corner, shot clock is at 5 and 4, and it didn't matter.
Selfless player, doesn't look to shoot, looks to get others involved.
Yeah, there are some advanced numbers that love him when you take a peek at Basketball Reference. Averages 12, 6 boards, 10 blocks. He comes off the bench for that. Boy, look at that scowl as he breaks free.
Creating the turnovers. He and Karchenkov are really active on the perimeter for Arizona.
Pete, physical, strong, and a chance at 3.
What we call mouse in the house. You got to send 2, and you got to stay down.
Pete, a little frustrated from what occurred a moment ago with the flex after the bucket.
Pete, this is just a one-on-one baseline take and foul. There's no need to try to speed up or do things you're not comfortable with.
Long distance, that man can shoot. Gary really strong.
Big-time player, big-time shooter. One of those preseason all-conference type guys.
How about that offensive bucket and a follow? Under the 7-minute mark, Cats plus 14. Koa having a heck of a night. He's going to grab an assist this time, though, thanks to his teammate, Tobe Awaka. When he is on the floor, and it's not even close with his teammates. All that with just 6 points. Moore streaks right on by Koa Pete. Quick bucket, Matthew Morris, the Wisconsin transfer. You'll see a lot of the word Arizona up and down those mock drafts. Wilkinson, beautiful move, little back and forth on the teeter-totter.
Stops and the beautiful footwork going.
Swatted back the other way. Looked like Moores went up the ladder to block that one. Back to Moores, the triple. That one rings home.
You know, it's amazing. You talk about the legacy of Coach Lute Olson and forging this program in Tucson and the community. There are people in this town that have been lifelong Arizona fans that have not yet been to McHale Center. Can you do the same things over and over regardless of the competition? That's what all the great coaches in the country are trying to do with their teams.
And Jackson and his mates, meantime, are trying to hang around. Mine's a little bit more youthful and statistical. I'll just leave it at that. He'll step back. Right off the elbow. That's a pretty shot again.
Double team is coming on Koa Pete here in the second half. Trying to slow him down.
Pretty spin move just inside the free throw line.
I thought it was going to bounce over and they were just going to let him keep playing.
Burries anticipated, and it pays off. Burries a swipe. Heat now. JB with the 3.
As you look at Krivas out there on the perimeter guarding Some players, beautiful move in the lane.
Why not take it right to the bucket? Why not? He just kept moving. He stopped once and then took it on home.
Gas, starters out here playing heavy minutes. And this is a conditioning exercise for Arizona. Working for something beyond tonight's game. Keeping guys out there, demanding that they stay sharp and not play with mistakes.
Oh, how about that vision underneath? Alvarez goes high, hangs on the rim for safety. JB shares it with Anthony Del Orso. It's a kiss off the window for a pair. Now he dropped his in the rotation before.
Now you know, when you sit in the big chair, you get all the props.
Karchenkov physical as he goes to the bucket. Wow!
Until the final buzzer. That is how you build a championship level team.
And that's another way you build a championship team. 13 plus 11.
That's just a. And as if things weren't worse enough, you glance over at the scores table, and there's Tobe Awaka and Aristode ready to check in for Arizona.
Look at him flying through the sky, adjusting his shot. Oh, for their last 5, and that ends that run. They needed something on the positive direction. Gary with that bucket a moment ago. Player of the year at the Class B level 3 times in South Dakota. Little flex there from Seiler.
I really like the way they move the ball. They don't hesitate when they shoot. You can tell that they're connected, play for each other.
Aristode keeps it free for Tobe, who cashes in. I love that. Gary. Boy, I tell you, there's a lot to be excited about, especially the stroke of that man.
For a team to have a guy who can get you 3 points with the flick of a wrist.
And a lot of their key players have been playing really well for a long, long time, but then again, so is that man in Germany. Freshman Burry's 11, freshman Karchenkov 12, freshman Pete 19. Physical underneath, Alex Squires.
Nice finish in the lane.
That depth chart is going to go a little bit deeper as Burry drops home a 3. Had a massive game through the years against Elon. That was probably his biggest ever college game. Speaking of big college games, Jaden Jackson's going to have many more. I love that. Karchenkov has it batted away into the corner. Aristode. Wow! Oh my goodness! Del Orso, Burris, and now this.
I mean, when you look at the authority and the vertical leap, you've already seen the 3-point shooting in disguise. I didn't want to say it, but the cat's out of the bag. I saw it the first time I watched him play. He is an unbelievable talent.
That was explosive. 1 minute to go in this one. Nelson lines it up. Tucson man, come on home. And he's trying to get through it. Let's see if they play on. How about that little pass to Aristode? He picked up an assist with an ankle that's not very comfortable. How about this crowd this late in this game? Couple of misses, and that'll do it. The Cats put 99 on the board in